Let's see, is my microphone working? I think it is. Let me know in the chat. My apologies for coming late. Still trying to, okay, set everything up. But welcome. Welcome to the second day of Pathology Vision. Um, this is the biggest digital pathology conference, and today I want to talk to you about what I learned today, but mostly AI and telepathology and collaborations, because so the through line of this conference this year is from pixels to patients. So how all these tools that have sorry, just checking here a little bit what's going on. And I know I'm late, so I hope you didn't give up on me. And if you have today, then this is going to be a podcast. So all good. So how all these tools that the digital pathology community was developing for the last decade, I would say, work together now that actually can make impact and influence patient care. So couple of um, insights. A couple of insights before I dive into what I learned during the talks. And let's see if anybody's going to be joining me. A couple of people wanted to join, but one important update. So Leica now joined forces with Indica Lab. Leica is a scanner company, and Indica Lab is an image management and image analysis company. So they are now joined forces, and they have booths next to each other. You're going to see it in my other videos. So this is another like strong testimony to different partnerships. I already told you about what with whom Presenter is partnering, um, and what they're doing yesterday. Um, and today I attended a talk by the Veteran Administration and also the Joint Pathology Center. So like kind of government entities that are embarking on the digital pathology journey. So this was very powerful because you think, okay, new tech, that's going to be like private sector, but no, not only private sector, the government is embracing this, and they are embracing it in a very, how shall I put it, in a very responsible way, as they should, right? So the quote that I noted down from the talk was artificial intelligence moves at the speed of governance. And obviously in the government there's governance, and there is what they are referring to was Joint Pathology Center. What's Joint Pathology Center? This is like the government reference center for pathology diagnosis. Also like the a huge archive of slides. So me as a veterinary pathologist, I used to visit the Joint Pathology Center that's in Bethesda near Washington, D.C. to study for my boards, and all the veterinary cases are there, archived and also scanned. So now they are like doing this massive scanning of all the archive that they have there. They digitize everything. They have a bunch of scanners and basically going fully digital. But the governments and the way they are embracing AI is they want to make sure that it's used ethically, that they focus on cybersecurity, they focus on patient privacy. I have a couple of notes here for you. Then obviously AI, how to deploy and how to leverage AI for this data, and proprietary interest. So these are like the points that they were mentioning when talking about data governance. Hi. I thought that was powerful. Uh, and also the Veterinary Administration is deploying digital pathology, and they gave a couple of examples where it's deployed and what is it deployed for. And one of the important things was remote viewing and telepathology. So basically to be able, this is where the military was one of the institutions or one of the areas where digital telepathology was um, embraced for the first time because like all these people deployed and how are you gonna provide them care if they're in a different country. So telepathology systems were deployed in the military for the first time, and now they are also doing that. They are providing the remote viewing. They have also national virtual tumor boards and specialty specific consultations for the military, for the veterans. So this is amazing. Other than that, obviously there are a lot of collaborations happening. So the Asian Society of Digital Pathology has their annual congress 1st to 3rd November 2026. That's next year because this year is going to be like next week or the week after. So they are very active as well. That's their second or third, let's see, yeah, third annual congress. This is going to be in Singapore, and obviously the European Congress of Digital Pathology is happening in June in Graz, Austria. Let's see if I can be there because I might be in Poland in June. So that's that. That's a quick update today, I guess, guys. Very short one. What I've been busy doing is um, making videos from the whole digital pathology workflow. So that's going to be something. So if you are starting your digital pathology journey and you want to learn about who could be your provider, this is definitely the conference to come to because you have representatives of all the steps of digital pathology. So I was just running through the exhibit hall and basically looking for representatives of the different stages of digital pathology. So number one is going to be scanning, right? So we have different types of scanners, big scanners, small scanners, plenty of vendors. You can like come here with your wish list and ask them about that. Then you're gonna have an image management system, and before it was like very well, not very siloed, but kind of siloed, and now you have so much overlap and collaboration with these companies. So then you are going to have image management system, right? So the image management ingests all the types of different formats of scans, and then image management is going to then and help you do well kind of manage the images for image analysis, right? So you're going to either have a specific program for image analysis, or you can do it, deploy it in the image management system, and they collaborate with each other and have APIs and programming interfaces where you can like connect one software to another one. You can do that, and then AI, and that brings me to the next topic of AI. And I want to focus on something called image search because that's like a little bit of a less known application of AI that's just super powerful. And it's been kind of achievable for the pathology community for a long time. So the first time I heard about the image search, image retrieval, and basically like cutting out bits of image and looking for similar images, like you probably know from Google, from Google search or the Google Lens. It was at this conference in 2019 that was a person from Google talking about it. The system was called Smiley, similar image something retrieval, right? And I was so enthusiastic about it. It's like so happy that this is now happening in the digital pathology space. So this image search is basically like how pathologists check if what they see is something that they have already seen, or what they see is something that they already noticed. Like in pathology journals in the WHO World Health Organization classification of tumors, you have a bunch of images, right? So a pathologist looks at the image that they are working with, and then they look at the book or in other images. But that was it. There was no automated way of querying your image database. Now, if you're working for a digital institution, then you you can do it because you have access to a lot, like potentially a whole archive of digital images, and you can see now. You basically can do a screenshot of part of your image and see if something like that was already diagnosed in your institution, who diagnosed it. You can also do text to image. So, like for example, if you would want to look for cases that have a specific appearance, so have a certain percentage of lymphocytic infiltrates, you can type it into the chat and say, "Oh, give me breast cancer cases of a specific subtype with over 50% of lymphocyte infiltration," and it's gonna go and query your image database. I just saw a demo of this with Model AI, one of the vendors. So they have this. It's pretty cutting edge application. This is a fantastic tool for image repositories that do not have all the metadata, or maybe have metadata with different structure. Uh, in here, basically, you can just search for similar images in toxicology, pathology. This is relevant because when you compare control slides, you always have a control group that may have some background changes that you don't explicitly name in your report, because you know this is like your background level of change. And what you're focusing on in the ToxPath report is showing and naming the changes that are related to the test article you are looking for. So, often you may have features in the image that are not named in the report, and then your report, if you want to have it as a label, it's going to match the image. So now you can leapfrog that with searching for something from an image, and basically like searching for similar patches and leveraging it for annotations. So like you basically now can work with an image as if it was text, as if you were searching for keywords, right? But instead of keywords, you search for key patches. Um, it's a pretty powerful, and I see this being useful for like obviously biomarker development. And I just saw a demo about this being useful for patient cohort creation, specific slide cohort creation. If you have specific tumors that you want to do some image analysis on, you can find these tumors in your repository without having this preferred up front. You can now search in the image. So that was a pretty powerful update that they got on the AI front today. Thank you so much for joining me. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to give you a few more updates before I go back to my headquarters in Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, and I talk to you in the next episode.